Just trying to shut my fucking family up. Holy fuck.
Hello and welcome to Rekt Podcast. I am Bunchu alongside my esteemed colleague and co-host, Crypto Chamber. Chamber, how you doing, buddy?
Doing pretty good, man. It's Monday. The day is almost over. The work day is almost over. We're recording a little earlier than we normally do, so that leaves us... I get excited for that because my Monday evening is now kind of a little bit more wide open, so I can kind of just chill out a little bit. You know, maybe eat an edible, see what happens. Right?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, like I'll have this whole show edited by dinner time, and it's good. How's your day?
My busy, but like not with real work, just all this other crap that I do.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know, it is.
I'm sorry. When you say not real work, you're talking about like crypto work, or crypto work is the real work and the other work is your...
No.
Okay.
Like the thing I get paid for.
Right, I got you. Okay, all right.
That would be my real work. So anyway, how was your weekend? Anything good?
I mean, my dad and stepmom visited, which
Surprise
is always...
visit?
No, this was our Christmas visit.
What?
So yeah, we literally.
It's fucking Valentine's Day.
I hear you. I literally took out some Christmas decorations and played Christmas music while we were opening gifts on Friday. I'm not joking. Yeah, it was. You know, it is what it is. It's a layered relationship, I would say. It's got like a stinky onion, many layers to it. But no, it was fine. We just got. I have a busy January typically, and you know we couldn't make any weekends work, so that was the first weekend we could make work. And you know it's always high anxiety for my wife and I, because you know it is what it is. You have people over. It's not always the most comfortable thing. So it's.
I did nothing, and it was great.
Oh, that's my favorite. That is my absolute favorite. I did do nothing on Sunday, which was nice. They left on Sunday morning, which was fun. So nothing is good. In that nothingness, did you watch anything good, or?
I'm gonna say I gotta save that for later.
Oh, you got something. All right. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm gonna save that for our game.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yes. It'll double as part of what we're gonna do later.
Okay, cool. I
will. The show. But
hey, did you see like all this all these shenanigans with Justin Sun and Peter McCormick over the weekend?
Did I ever? That was awesome. So explain to the people what we're talking about.
I mean, you know what? I was very busy over the weekend, so I'm not
sure where they were. I assume it was some conference, but I don't know where.
Yeah, I just kept seeing videos pop up and photos that Peter was putting out of Justin Sun. It seemed like they were out somewhere, and Peter became a Tron maximalist, I think, over the weekend. Does that sound about right?
No. God damn.
Is that not what happened?
No, people cannot take a damn joke. I mean, first of all, they were out in a bar, and I'm guessing it's like an after party of some conference or something.
Yeah.
And Justin Sun seemed like he was hammered.
Super hammered. I mean, he was definitely hammered.
And so the video starts with, him just saying, "Buy my shitcoin," and then Peter goes into,
preservation mode.
No,
where he wants to help him out a little bit. I thought that's what I got.
No, I don't think so. I think he was egging him on.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because then he says, "Is Tron a shitcoin?" And he said yes.
See, I thought Peter was giving him the out, like, "Oh no, you don't really mean that. It's not a shitcoin." And
No, he says, is Tron a shitcoin? He said, yeah. And then he says something like, I have no idea why it's not zero. Buy my shitcoin.
Wow. You know what? I think
And then so Peter, with his, I'm going to call it cheeky, he's got a very sarcastic sense of humor.
Yeah, I think cheeky is the right word, considering where he's from.
So he posts the video to Twitter with like, oh, I've broken my anti-altcoin rule. Justin Sun is coming on my show. Here's a sneak peek of the exclusive interview, which I clearly felt like was a joke, right?
Yeah,
and
I agree. I also thought it was a joke.
Other people did
But
not.
at the same time, I could also easily see Justin Sun going on his show and it not being that big of a deal, in my opinion. But
well, no, his show hasn't had anything other than Bitcoin talk.
Maxis,
for a very long time, and so yeah, I thought he was very clear that he was joking, but it was interesting. What was your take on it?
Well, as somebody that recently purchased a big old bag of Tron, I did not like any of that.
Did it do anything?
Not really. No, it really just kind of stayed the course. I'm still up in my trade, but I was very nervous. I'm like, whoa, Justin, buddy, can we talk about Kobe again? Let's not talk about Tron. But I was a little nervous, but then I'm just looking now. I think it's been pretty, just a pretty regular, nothing insane happening with TRX right now. So I'm waiting for that 300 Satoshi level before I sell my bag, but that's what I'm working on.
All right, so that's quite enough Justin Sun talk for me for one day. Let's get into the news. All right, we just got a couple news stories here, Chamber. Why don't you start us off?
Okay, this one I like a lot. It is obviously from The Block Crypto and has to do with a little thing I like to keep an eye on over here in Canada, and that's the U.S. Political landscape. The title of this article is Following Trump, FTX adds futures contracts for 5 more presidential candidates. So we haven't reported on this, but I guess the other day FTX added futures on like the Trump election. So I guess they went ahead and added 5 more candidates. So after launching a re-election futures contract for Donald Trump last week, crypto derivatives exchange FTX has added 5 more futures contracts for other U.S. presidential candidates. The new contracts cover Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden, Mike Bloomberg, Pete Buttigieg, and Elizabeth Warren. Are we missing anybody there? No, that's all of them. FTX announced this on Monday. It means users can now further monetize their predictions of the 2020 U.S. presidential elections. Like the Trump contract, all other 5 contracts will expire to $1 in the case that the underlying candidate gets elected, else will settle to 0. Users can either go long or short on these contracts based on their predictions. The Trump contract is currently trading at around 62 cents, meaning users think that there is a 62% chance of Trump winning the re-election. While from the other 5 candidates, Warren has the least score with 0.01%, thinking she has a chance to win the election. Open interest, or the other numbers of open future contracts, is the highest for the Trump contract, followed by Bernie, Bloomberg, Biden, and then Warren and Pete are basically in a neck and neck tie there. In terms of dollar value, open interest for Trump is around 148,000, while Bernie's roughly 24,000, Bloomberg 7,500, and Biden 7,200. Notably, FTX does not offer its services in the U.S., and accordingly, all the re-election futures contracts are not available for trading for U.S. residents. So this is maybe something I can get into. They are also not available. Here comes maybe not Canada in residents of the EU, UK, Hong Kong, and Singapore. Chamber is in the game.
Chamber's in the game.
I can play this. All right, FTX. Thank you for.
I know somebody who is trading this right now. Actually.
Oh, really?
Yes, I am in a group chat with them on Telegram, and they have been very. They've been all about the election futures.
So, 62% on Trump seems a bit high.
I don't think so.
No, do we think he's gonna take it over again for another 4 years?
I think so.
Interesting.
That's what I think.
What are your thoughts on the 5 candidates for the Democratic Party? Do you lean one way or another as far as who you think is gonna kind of come out of the pack?
I don't know. I feel like the Democrats are like split on who they want, and if they don't decide, then it's gonna be a runaway. Like, if they're not all on the same page, it's...
Well, see, we were having this conversation...
I just don't think there's any great candidates that everybody from the Democrat side can...
Definitely not definitely not a uniting candidate. We were talking about this the other day. And what happened with the Republicans, I don't know if you remember this or not, but, the Republican Party was not too thrilled with Donald Trump when they were kind of in this position as far as who the representative was going to be, and then slowly but surely he kind of took out all of his opponents, and they had nothing to do but bite the bullet and really get all in with Trump, and we know where it's taken him so far. I think that's probably what's going to happen with the Dems. Is my guess is probably Bernie's going to come out as kind of the pick, and I think a lot of Democrats are going to just follow suit. Just like, even though they don't want him, even though they don't like his politics, I think their hate for Trump is greater than their hate for Bernie, and I think that might unite them. But I'm still on record. I think they had a good option as far as a Democratic.
Yang Gang.
Yang Gang is, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think he could have done more. But I don't know why he didn't. Guys like Bloomberg just buying ad space here and there.
I hate him so much.
It's really upsetting. As far as electing a public official, and you got people just literally buying votes. I haven't heard Bloomberg speak at all, or do any kind of campaigning or anything. So it's a little upsetting, but here we are. So I'd be long on Bernie. I go long Bernie, I think.
You shorting Elizabeth Warren?
Oh my goodness. And I'm a big fan of Warren too. I think she was probably a pretty good looking lady back in the day. Every time I look at her, I'm like, Elizabeth, you're not too bad. You're not too bad looking older lady. And she seems fun. Plus I watch a lot of Saturday Night Live. And
man, what's her name? She plays her perfectly.
Yeah, exactly. And I always fall in love with the characters. You know what I mean? I like all of them. They're all hilarious. They got Jason Sudeikis back playing Biden, which is fantastic. I honestly sometimes just wish the SNL characters would just be the actual candidate, because I would like that a lot more.
Biden's probably the one that's actually closest to an SNL character.
You have to watch last week's episode. It was fantastic. Biden was hilarious. But anyways, I digress. What do you have for us for news?
I have an article here. A New York resident can now trade USDC and Zcash on Coinbase. So the cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase has launched trading support for USDC and Zcash for New York residents. On Monday, the exchange announced in 2 separate tweets that residents in New York can now use Coinbase to buy, sell, convert, send, receive, and store USDC and Zcash. Coinbase first launched these markets in late 2018. Wow. but New York has not been a supported jurisdiction until now. The state's stringent regulatory requirements were likely behind the delay, but they've been expanding their list of supported tokens in New York. It added a number of new coins in 2019, including XRP, DAI, Stellar, and Chainlink. So
that's good. I'm glad to see New York kind of coming around. We have
I
some
wondered,
buddies.
like, is this like a lagging indicator or is it a leading indicator, New York? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I would say leading. I like my heart's saying leading, but we'll see. We'll see.
I don't know.
You know me. I like to find any sort of bullish news and make it flip. Our
So
way,
you're saying the more that New York will allow the
right?
I mean, they're going to be what, like the pioneer then?
I mean, if they can play catch up to where the rest of the United States is, and just kind of just maintain what New Jersey. I will say we'll use New Jersey because that's a neighboring state, correct? And are there regulations in New Jersey similar to New York, or is New Jersey pretty good?
Totally different.
Yeah, so if New York can basically get to where New Jersey is currently, I think that's very bullish. So like the rest of the United States can just kind of stand pat. If New York can just catch up, I think that's bullish.
Yeah, interesting. So go trade your USDC.
Yeah,
in New York.
and some Zcash.
Anyway, we just had those couple news stories today. We are going to get right to the fun and games. We're going into a special segment here. Last night here in the United States was the Academy Awards, otherwise known as the Oscars. This is an event where Hollywood's greatest and elite all jerk themselves off in a mirror and give each other awards. So we decided that we wanted to give our own awards to crypto Twitter. I wanted to jerk off in a mirror.
I agree. I mean, that's my only, jerk off position is mirror. But I agree. I think besides the Hollywood elite, there is really nobody else besides CT that can compete at that level as far as self-flagellation, if you will.
Yes, I agree. So we've got a couple categories that we're giving away awards to.
And what's the name of our awards? Do we say the name yet?
I don't know. What are we calling it?
We really deliberated hard for this, and the best we could come up with was the 2020 Rekt Oscars. I think was the best thing we came up with. Is that correct? Do we have a better title than that? I think that's.
I
right?
sure as hell don't at the moment.
All right. So introduce the awards, if you will.
Okay. So here we go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 awards that we're giving away to members of CT. They are going with the awards. We're going with our best male shit poster, best female shit poster, best original score, bad actor, best original screenplay, and finally best picture in the meme category.
Interesting. I like these.
Where do you want to start?
We have to save I think let's do like the Oscars do. I think they save like best picture and then your actors and actresses for last. So maybe
we're gonna drop some of the music from the best original score or the best score in here.
If I can find it. I also don't want to be sued. I think I might be in a target for it, but
let's start with the best original score, and I'm gonna let you give this award away.
So after careful deliberation, best original score in the CT universe goes to Mr. Michael Nye.
Oh my God. Is this where you're going to insert applause?
Oh, 100% applause.
Please
is definitely
insert
played.
Applause. Wow. Best original score for the first ever Rekt Oscars. All right. I will give away the Bad Actor Award. So instead of Best Actor, we're going with Bad Actor. CT has a lot of bad actors in the space. This one, this year, we felt, rose above the rest. And this year, in the bad actor category for CT, Richard Hart.
Yeah. Instead of applause, we're gonna have boos for that one.
So Richard Hart was the guy who, behind Hex Token and the Hex Project.
Yeah, some real suspicious activity happened over there on Hex.
Yeah. So congratulations, Richard Hart.
There is no
You
trophy.
suck. You suck. You suck.
Okay. So I think we should go into What about best original screenplay? Do you want to take care of that one? Let you do that one.
Yeah. All right. So best original screenplay. This award goes to somebody who has some of the best tweets out there, and just so happens to also write them in the screenplay format. So the 2020 Rekt Oscar for best original screenplay of CT goes to Blockhead. Blockhead has some of the best tweets out there. And in fact, this year, very recently, in the last month or so, has seen his style of tweet adopted by many in the CT world. So well-deserved original screenplay award.
Just like any good director, there's a lot of mimicry that happens after somebody breaks through that way. So,
correct.
All right. So, I guess we'll do next is the next category will be Best Picture in meme form. And the Rekt Oscar for Best Picture in meme form goes to Crypto Fungus.
I mean, who else has best picture?
I can't think of anybody else besides him. So, congratulations. This is not his first Rekt Award, if memory serves me correct. So, he's going for, what's the, we have to come up with the Rekt equivalent to the EGOT.
Yes. so right now we have the Rekties and the Rekt Oscars.
Yeah, so
we need a couple more. We need 2 more awards.
Yeah, so we need 2 more awards so Fungus can get his EGOT.
We'll call it a REGOT.
A REGOT is exactly what it's going to be. So that's fantastic. So congratulations to you, Mr. Fungus.
Wow.
All right.
Fungus's second award. We should have done the in memoriam.
Oh,
section of all the old CT accounts that have gone
old
by the
podcasts, old CT accounts.
Oh my God, we could have done old podcast. Oh wow,
that's a whole other show.
Next year we'll do this up bigger.
Yes.
Next year we'll do this up much bigger. We'll do an entire episode dedicated to it with all the fictions.
Oh, it's gonna be good. We'll even wear tuxedos and everything.
Yeah, we'll stream it. Or at least tuxedo t-shirts.
Oh, 100% tuxedo t-shirts.
Okay, I will give away the female best shit poster award. There's, I believe this person would rather refer to it as fun posting.
Yes, I agree.
But she's one of the best fun posters out there. This award goes to, for best female shit poster / fun poster, the one and only Bitcoin Bella.
Amazing. That's fantastic. Friend of the show, Bitcoin Bella. I feel she could also be on a REGOT track. She is integral to CT and, big fan. We're big fans of hers in general. So we wish nothing but the best for Bella.
Now we've got one more award here.
Okay, last award.
You're giving this one out.
Best male ship poster. The award goes to friend of the show, Crypto Charles.
Oh my God. Charles, for best male ship poster. This award goes to somebody who lives in their mother's basement, does tons of cocaine, and hustles the hell out of a podcast that he does with people smarter than him.
That's right. That's a good...
And a special thanks. Charles couldn't be here to accept this award, but he sent his therapist on behalf.
He legally can't say anything because of the, medical privileges that comes with a therapist. So,
right, but I've just given his therapist the award.
He gives his best.
Client-patient privilege.
That's right.
Yeah. So that's it. There you have it. That's our first annual Rekt Oscars. We literally thought of this while we were recording.
We literally paused for about 15 minutes and then tried to put this together. So
because we were at a lack of things to talk about today, but I'm glad we went here, and I think now we see the idea. This could go.
I'll clean it up in post. It'll come out okay.
Yeah, I'm sure it will, because I can just imagine. But like next year, we could do this up pretty big.
Yeah, I hope I can find. So this is for Future Chamber. I hope I can find a downloadable copy of KT by Mr. Michael Nye to drop in there. I'll buy it. Honestly, I'll buy it. It's that.
Well,
great.
I mean, if we buy it, we can use it, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not opposed to buying it because I might even make it my ringtone on my phone. He is a Rekt Oscar award winner, so obviously,
yeah, we've given him the award for best original score.
You use that with pride.
Yeah, I mean, these people should get T-shirts, but
here we are.
Anyway, all right, we've got one more quick segment for you, then we are out of here. Chamber, what are we doing here?
Well, I think we're going to play a game and a segment that's worked well in the past, and this segment is called The Last Time You. Rekt. Rekt.
Interesting. All right. Should I go first? I only have two.
Okay, so what we'll do, I'll go first then, because I got three going for me.
Okay.
And that'll work out nicely. So just for those of you who are not familiar with The Last Time You, it's something that's occurred to us, either myself or Bunchu, in the last few days, and then we talk about that, and then we ask the counterpart the last time they experienced that or had done that kind of thing. So I will start. Over the weekend, running into kind of late week, early weekend last week, I was able to make a couple of positive altcoin trades, which I was very happy about. We talked about it last week a little bit in our No FOMO section, but I closed some positions, made some more Bitcoin, made some more USD. I mean, I couldn't be happier. When was the last time you traded an altcoin and made some BTC and some USD?
God, are we talking like a full-on trade, like on an exchange, or just like sold my holdings for positive growth?
I would say you purchased a bag at whatever time. It doesn't need to be a short time horizon, but say you bought a bag at some point and you sold it. So when was the last time you had sold that bag and made more BTC and more USD simultaneously?
Okay, so this would be recently, actually. We were discussing it on our last show. This would, or me and you were discussing it off air. I believe this would have to be, and I think this qualifies as my divvy trade.
Your divvy trade. That's right.
Would that qualify? Yes.
I think that would qualify.
Yes, because I made more BTC on it, as well as USD. It
Perfect.
Had gone up it had gone quite a bit up in USD.
Terrific.
So I would qualify that as. By the way, Divi's like up 10% today. Did you see that?
I try not to think about it really. Once I sell a bag, I refuse to look at it ever again.
But anyway, we'll buy the divvy dip.
That's right. The divvy dip.
The divvy dip. That should be a thing. We should sell that to them.
I agree. That is pretty good.
The divvy dip. Okay, I got one.
You got one?
Yes. Non-crypto related. When was the last time that you binge watched a show, like a season of a show, in a day or like a weekend?
Well, which one did you? You got to tell me which one you did.
Yes. So this just happened to me. This is what I was saving for later. Over the course of the weekend. So I would say from Saturday and then yesterday afternoon we finished it. We binge watched The Stranger on Netflix. Have you seen this?
I have not seen this. I've put it in my queue.
Okay.
But I have not seen it.
Okay, so it is I guess it's a British, I would say British show.
Yes, it is British. I looked at it because Saunders from French and Saunders is in it.
Yes, and so, it's all British actors, but the story is really good. It's about, I guess, the best way to put it would be, what is it about? It's about secrets and family secrets and how it affects all of the lives of the people involved. And it is very tense and thrilling, and it's like a psychological thriller.
I'm excited.
Crime thriller.
You had texted me this. Basically, I think that's all you said was just. What's it called?
The Stranger on Netflix?
I think you just said The Stranger. And I'm like, ooh.
On Netflix, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, have you seen this? Because usually I would say on those types of things,
I feel like it must
ahead of me.
I feel like it must have just dropped because I had never seen it before.
I think it is pretty new. I actually saw people tweeting about it last weekend, and I wanted to watch it.
Interesting.
It sounded good. And
because as soon as when you texted me, I opened up Netflix right away, and it was the main show at the very top.
There you go. So it must have dropped recently, but worth a watch. It's only 8 episodes, so it's a pretty quick binge if you are into it.
I did binge something 2 weeks ago. It was only 3 episodes.
Oh, I want to watch this. I think I know what you're talking about.
But each episode was an hour and a half. So I feel like that counts. Because that's what? That's what's... it's 4.5 hours.
Can I take a guess at what it is?
Yeah, what is it?
Unless...
Did I talk about it already? I forget.
It could be 2 things. It could be 2 things.
I'll give you 2 guesses.
Okay, well, I'm going to guess the thing that we haven't talked about, so I'm just going to try to read your mind. Is it The Pharmacist?
No.
Okay. Is it the Aaron Hernandez doc?
That we did talk about, and I did watch that, and I did binge that, but it's not that one.
Okay.
Those
were my 2 guesses.
It's Dracula on Netflix.
Interesting.
And it was...
I wouldn't have got there in a million years.
It was amazing.
Really?
I think Dracula is like one of the first books I had ever read when I was a kid, like more an adult book. And I was like, I think I've seen like all the Dracula movies. This was a phenomenal retelling of the story with some artistic liberties and some spins, and like the meat of the story was there, but it just goes into some amazing directions. Huge fan. I can't stress this enough. This was a fantastic version of Dracula. So if you're into Dracula, if you've read the books, if you've seen any of the movies, this is very good. Very good.
Interesting. I'll have to take a
I'm
watch
definitely
of that.
I will probably have watched The Stranger by this time next week. So
nice. Right.
I'll give you my feedback on that.
Cool.
Okay. So I got another one here for you.
Yep.
I woke up in the middle around 4 a.m. Just in a cold sweat. I had a work nightmare. I was on a conference call for my regular job, and we were getting a strip torn off of us, and I woke up in high anxiety, panic attack mode. I woke up and actually kind of like was contemplating actually doing some work. I was this stressed out over this work dream. When was the last time work stressed you out so much that you had nightmares about it?
This has been ongoing for me for like the last month. As you know, I have had some issues with my job and the I don't know how to put it to the point where I've had to go to HR.
Right.
So that's been stressing me out. And because we're talking about the issue of them paying me something that I believe I'm owed. So
that's always stressful.
Yes. So that has taken that has nightmared me once or twice during this month.
That's the worst. I cannot wait. It just made me think, after the sun came up, and I'm like, I have to figure out how to be full-time crypto because I feel like I wouldn't have stress anymore. I mean, I would have good stress. Good stress.
different.
Right. Manageable, self-inflicted stress. You know what I mean?
Right. Doing something you enjoy. So like that's different. You know what I mean?
It sounds great. And the more I work, like obviously we're working with a lot of people now, and you can really see the people that are really hardworking, and I put you and me in that category as well. And there's a real
which most people probably wouldn't guess.
I think I think if the listeners really think about it, like, oh yeah, these guys have put out fairly consistent, content for the last almost 2 years. And for any of you who have tried to run a podcast, it is
holy cow, it's almost 2 years.
Yeah, no shit. It's not easy. So yes, we both Bunch and I are pretty hard workers, and it's nice working with other hard workers in that same field, and we've been doing that as of late. And yeah, figuring out a way for all these hardworking individuals to work together is real fun. And hopefully it works out where we can fucking both quit our jobs in the near future and just do this full time.
That would be sweet. I would like to podcast full time.
Yeah, I agree. Or just just be working in crypto at a fairly high level. I think would be fun as well.
Yeah, sure. I mean, all of that, right?
Yeah. All right.
You
got another one for me?
How many episodes have we done?
Do you have another last time?
Did you hear my question?
Oh no, I didn't.
Do you know what's the tally of episodes we're at?
Oh, hang on a second. I think we are at. I have iTunes open right here. Hang on a second. Rekt.
God, we got to be almost at 150-ish.
We are at. Yeah, it's got to be close to that. You're right. Oh, catching up. 120, 130, 140, 150, 154.
Wow, I was close.
Very close. So yeah, 154 episodes over the course of roughly 20 months or so, 21 months.
Wow.
Not bad.
That's
not
pretty
bad.
Crazy. We've done this 150 times.
Yeah.
And some people still listen.
All two of you listen, and we appreciate it.
When was the last time you bought Bitcoin with fiat? So I'm not talking about making a trade in which you redeem your trade for more Bitcoin, as you were talking about. Mm-hmm. When was the last time you just straight up made a Bitcoin purchase?
So I feel like you've been talking to my wife, because she asked me that same thing the other day. She's like, how much money are you still spending on Bitcoin? Because, I tweet about trades and stuff like that. And so can we say like out of pocket money? Because
yes,
we've had.
That's kind of what I mean, right?
Okay, so out of pocket money.
So I'm not talking about even like
sponsor money and stuff like that, like ad money for the show. Okay,
like money out of your pocket from your bank account to.
It has been over a year for sure.
Wow.
It's probably like, I would say the last, like when we were in the 35 to 45 range. So whatever that was.
Wow. Okay.
I want to say like
35. Wow, that's way long ago.
Yeah, I remember like making
December,
a big buy then, and I don't think I've purchased anything.
December 2018.
Yeah, that sounds right. Like November, December 2018, I would say.
Wow.
Yeah, because my wife literally just asked me the same thing. She was like, I said, honey, I haven't been out of pocket in over a year.
Wow.
So she was very happy to hear that.
Interesting. Mine was about a month ago, I would say.
Well, don't you also is that through Cash App you do that?
Yeah, but I stopped doing it about a month ago.
Oh, okay. Because I know you're pretty consistent.
Yeah, I stopped doing it about a month ago. I need to start getting back on it. I needed to manage how much I was putting.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Yeah. So. You can imagine what I basically, I got in 2017, and then basically the entirety of 2018 I was buying.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2019, I think we had a pop in 2019 from 35, that $4,000 range. And then since then I was making some money on the BTC side, and then making some okay trades, not all winners, but not all losers. And now, the trading is getting better. And when I say trade, it's not more trading. It's, just buying shit coins at the right time, essentially, is what I'm talking about.
Well, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. So, I have one more if you want to do it. I was kind of curious. When I got back from Vegas a couple of Sundays ago, I think I've mentioned before I'm a seasonal smoker, where I will start smoking.
As in all seasons.
Yeah, no, I smoke 4 seasons. So meaning, there's usually 2 seasons of the year I will smoke. I will smoke between December 15th and February 1st, give or take.
Wait, what are the dates?
So usually mid-December, I'll start smoking, ramp up for the holidays because there's going to be a lot of drinking, a lot of smoking, a lot of get-togethers. And then January, I have sales meetings and stuff where there's lots of drinking and lots of smoking happening. And then I end it in Vegas, and that's usually kind of the last week of January. And then once Vegas is done, and that's kind of the epic smoke time for me because you can smoke everywhere. I get a smoker's room in Vegas to get the full effect, and then I quit. So I've now quit. I quit smoking literally the day I left Vegas. And haven't smoked since. And I was actually pretty happy. I was probably grumpy for a couple of days, but more or less, I've been pretty happy with my overall attitude since quitting. Considering it was probably a pretty good run, a little too long for my liking. Like that kind of, that season was a little bit long. I will smoke again probably July 1st to maybe end of August. But that's usually when I do my smoking. Holidays and then summer holidays. When was the last time you quit something that, whether it be, drinking for any substantial amount of time or maybe gambling, something that your body craves? I'm trying to think of something else. Or even if you're on a medication that was very, maybe you had a surgery or something and the medication was really good and you had to stop taking the medication.
Well, I would
or
say...
did mama raise no quitter?
Well, I would kind of, I don't know if this counts. I'm going to go the opposite way. So we tried to start a diet.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. It could be food too. That's a good idea.
The beginning of January, right?
Okay.
So, and we tried to do keto.
Ooh.
And we did keto for about 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did exactly what you did, where I have a huge travel January also.
Mm-hmm.
So we have our national sales meeting. I had a wedding, blah, blah, blah. And I just couldn't do it out. It's so hard to do when you're traveling. So keto actually isn't. I just didn't feel like doing it.
No, that's fair.
Honestly, it was more the drinking because at these events, you're, drinking pretty often and heavily. And on the keto diet, you can't do beer. And if I'm not doing beer, I'm doing, vodka.
Yeah,
sodas.
vodka sodas are my go-to as well.
But after a couple of those, you're toast. So, I wasn't going to do that. So I literally quit that diet after 2 weeks.
Really? Yeah,
so,
that seems good.
We've been trying to get back on it, but
see, I've always been a more of a moderate your intake as far as bad foods. Maybe not 5 slices of pizza, maybe 2 slices of pizza. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then more exercise. That's always kind of been my go-to. It's just okay, I got to exercise more. And then I don't like to diet. I don't like to change what I eat because, that's not fun. And I like to eat things like pizza and hamburgers and stuff occasionally.
Right.
So yeah, when I do diet, it's more just okay, go easy on
portion
it.
control.
Yeah, just portion control. Don't get any supersized anything.
I'm like, okay, I quit everything cold turkey for a month.
That's tough. That's too tough on my Sims. I would much rather kind of maintain my diet, but then just kind of, go running and go to the gym, you know what I mean? And try and get better that way. But that's also fucking hard because I hate going to the gym. It smells like dirty people.
I just hate the gym. I hate everybody named Jim.
Yeah, I hate gyms in general. James's, even Tim. I don't like Tim's because it's a little too close to Jim.
Because it's too close.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, that's going to do it for us on this Monday.
So we're rolling at about an hour 10 minutes. I'm not 100% sure how much usable time we have here.
I would say we're probably at like 40.
40 minutes. If we get 40 minutes out of this one, I'll be very happy. So
you don't think we have 40 minutes?
We bet. Yeah, I think that's probably the right number. Like 40, 42
minutes. We had
minutes.
about 18 minutes before the show that we were just
and then 15
around.
minutes in the middle, maybe.
I don't know if it was even that long. I would say that was probably only a 6-minute break.
Oh, okay, maybe. Well, I'll tell you right now. It was almost a 10-minute. It was a 9-minute break.
Okay, so there you go. So we got about 40 minutes.
There it is. You're welcome, people.
That's it. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for us. We will be back later this week for more shenanigans and maybe some crypto. But check us out on coinhq.tv. Oh, you want to talk about who we added?
Oh, yeah. Shoot, I've been trying to wedge that in all show. I got you, over the weekend, we added huge partner, huge teammate to the CoinHQ family, and that is Crypto Wendy O. Her page is now live on coinhq.tv. So if you're a fan, which you probably should be, if you're not, you should probably figure that out. Hop on coinhq.tv, check out The O Show with Crypto Wendy O. But I think that's a great. We were going back and forth with figuring out what the name of her show was going to be, and she thought The O Show, and I said that I thought that was a pretty good name, and we
ESPN The O Show.
I like the Oh No, it's the Crypty Wendy O Show.
I like that.
That was my favorite. That was my go-to. But the O Show is what we went with.
But it reminds me of the Ocho, ESPN.
Right,
from,
the Ocho.
Dodgeball. Yeah, exactly.
So
the O Show.
And we just added today. I'll tell you the name of it. This Crypto Life, which is a brand new podcast brought to you by Shitcoin Sherpa. So for those of you who are familiar with his work, he just started a new podcast, and he is now also a part of the CoinHQ family, which we're very excited about. We might have him on the show maybe in the not too distant future to help get a little background on him, see if he's... I think his show is going to be maybe in a similar vein, so we're going to have him on the show to see if he's as funny as us, and you know,
newsflash, nobody's as funny.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, we're just going to put him through the gears and show him what a real funny podcast should be like, and maybe
bend him over and show him what a real funny podcast is like.
But yeah, look forward to. We'll probably have him on in the not too distant future, and he can tell you guys all about his show and what he's looking to bring to the table.
Can we get one more too?
Not officially yet, so we'll save some for maybe Wednesday.
So next time when we chat on Wednesday.
Yes, we will.
All right.
Okay.
That's going to do it. CoinHQ.tv at CoinHQ_ on Twitter, and you know all the other rec spots. And then that's it. Until next time, don't get wrecked, and that is financial advice.
Hey everybody, thanks for listening. You can help support us by giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and become a Rekt patron by signing up for a monthly tier on patreon.com. That's patreon.com/Rekt podcast. Don't get wrecked.